Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on Ridin the Pine. I'm your host, Martin Irving, alongside the other hosts of the show. We have two of them. This is Mr. Drake White.
Wait, there's two other hosts, or there's just two hosts?
There's two
That didn't really
hosts.
make sense. That didn't make sense.
I was trying to get creative and it didn't work.
No. It just sounded wrong. Like when you're introducing, because you already introduced yourself, so now it makes it sound like we have another guest speaker. And I mean, we don't have another guest speaker this week.
I could easily send out an invite link and get somebody on real quick.
I mean, we probably could. We know a couple people that would hop on just for the shits and giggles, but
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
sorry, you're gonna have to censor that now. I'm sorry.
it is what it is. You could say that on Canadian television.
Okay, so we can leave it. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, no, I mean, yeah, I guess we could. I'm sure we could ask someone that we've had before. They'd hop on like that. They love us.
and definitely. We've had two guests now, and both of them want to come back, which I think
I
is a
mean,
great
so
thing.
you know how we post our last episode, right? I bump into another page like 3 days later, and Nick did an interview with them too.
Yeah, I
Apparently,
saw
they
that.
were drumming it up like a week before we did it, but we posted first, so we're automatically better. Because he's
Oh,
talking, he's like, "Yeah, I got like a fighter from the QMJHL, prolific fighter," and I'm like, he's got to be talking about Jody Shelley. He's like, "Nope." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Jody Shelley is like one of the biggest fighters to come out of the Q." Like, who is he talking about? Then he did Nick. I'm like, oh, he was talking about recently. I gotcha.
it came up on our recommended on Instagram, and
He's been a busy man.
oh yeah, he's he
I
must
wish I was that busy.
he must lead the league in podcast appearances.
Apparently, dude had two in 1 week. Like, he's a busy guy. Respect that. Respect the grind.
Oh yeah, he's a busy man.
Yeah, I'm a busy man. I spend 24 hours a day struggling to exist.
Man, this
This
episode's
is
gonna be
getting deep.
titled
It's getting deep.
Drake's Crisis.
No. It's not my crisis. There's only one crisis going on right now. It's called the Edmonton Oilers, my friend.
Ooh.
Ooh, the Edmonton Oilers. I would hate myself.
Now, before anybody is in the comments is like, "Oh, they won their first game with the new coach."
Doesn't matter. It's
That
hockey.
record's still not justified.
Yeah, the record still sucks, and I mean it doesn't matter. Like you're going to win a game. I mean the Sharks won 2 games, man. The Sharks went 2 for 2. So I mean teams win games. Doesn't mean you're winning it by looking good. I think the funniest comment to come out of that game though was where McDavid scores, right? And they're like, are you they asked him about the scoring. He was like, yeah, I almost forgot what it was like to score. If it was Leon Draisaitl, right? It would have been something along the lines of, really sarcastically saying, yeah, scoring's nice, followed by him going into the crowd and strangling a reporter for asking a stupid question. And then a bunch of people in the comments section later talking about how reporters ask really stupid questions and get stupid rewards out of it.
Let me guess how McDavid said it. Let me put on my best monotone voice.
You gotta glaze over too.
Haha. Yeah, I forgot what it felt like to score.
See, I mean, he has more personality lately. Ever since the man got engaged, he's got personality. It's scary. He's showing a little bit too much of it these days. Like, did you watch the one with him with Gretzky the other day?
Yeah.
Uh,
Pucks in deep.
no,
Oh,
no. He's talking about
we
Gretzky
gotta
gives him
play
a
a full
phone
60
call.
minutes. We're not
Dude,
doing that. The
you gotta do
boys
this.
the boys
You
aren't
gotta do the
rolling.
sniff. Do the sniff.
The boys aren't rolling the way they should. We don't. The chemistry just hasn't been a thing, and I just I don't know. Just you haven't been winning.
That's pretty spot on. No, apparently McDavid's been having a rough time lately. I mean, you read the reports. Apparently, the dude was like shell shocked to practice after Jay Woodcroft got fired. I mean, how much longer is it going to take before this guy requests a trade out of Edmonton? Because every single time they try, it just finds a way to get worse. Like, what are they going to draft another first overall pick, and then they'll be ready?
Oh yeah, this one's gonna be the game changer.
Maybe the game changer. Macklin Celebrini is going to carry them to the promised land of second overall. I've never seen the likes of it, man. I've never seen a team drummed up to be like a consensus like Stanley Cup finalist and be this bad at everything.
Look
They're
at how
not good
many people.
offensively. They're not good defensively. Their goaltending is brutal. I mean, Calvin Pickard is about to like run the show.
You know you're in trouble when.
Nah, it's Leafs legend right there.
I
Having him win
remember.
all their cup. Yeah, no, it's a scary time to be in Edmonton. Um, I mean, even was it Jack Campbell? I wish I had Jack Campbell's confidence. Right, dude gets sent down. He lets in 4 goals, and like 3 of them are beach balls. First thing he says, he's like, "Yeah, no, before I got sent down, I didn't really think it was coming. I thought he was playing good. The numbers weren't quite there, but I thought I was playing good."
You know, you hate to see
Yeah,
it.
the confidence.
You wait to see it. Hate to see it happen to Campbell. You know, he's such a good dude. He's a wholesome dude.
Such a
He
good dude doesn't mean that he was playing well, though.
no, but I don't like to. You remember when he was in Toronto and he wasn't overconfident. He took the
I mean, I don't
blame
think it's he's
pretty much every
overconfident
night.
now. I don't think it's he's overconfident. He just doesn't realize that he was not playing well.
Yeah, but I love him as a dude. He's a great guy, and uh, I mean, this just comes to show don't sign the goalie after 1 year of success.
He's the most expensive AHL goalie tandem, and he is only one guy. I'm pretty sure he makes more than all the Western or like all the Pacific AHL goaltenders combined
I wouldn't doubt it.
because they're all on two-way deals, right? So I'm pretty sure he makes more than all those guys combined right now.
Yeah, that wouldn't
That's
surprise me.
that's scary.
It's a bad contract for one. He had one good year in Toronto, and not even in the playoffs. Those playoffs were pretty rough for him. But yeah, just I don't know. Goalie contracts more so than not
They're so
bad.
incredibly hit or miss,
Oh yeah,
especially for goalies pushing their 30s, right? They're either going to be really, really good or really not good. But I mean, I don't think you can really just blame the goaltending, though. I mean, how much of that comes back on the goalie coach, right?
that in their defense.
Oh, I mean, yeah, their defense, but I mean, both the goalies have still been playing not that great anyway. So, I mean, it definitely comes back on their goalie coach, too, who is still
Oh
there.
yeah, I don't even know who their goalie coach is.
Oh, I don't know either. Um,
Obviously, it doesn't matter.
no. Well, I mean, the best part is, I mean, they hire their new coach, right? They bring in Chris Knobloch. They bring in for their assistant coach, Paul Coffey, okay? That's awesome, right? Paul Coffey, high end defenseman. I'm pretty sure he had a couple goals in the NHL. Uh, guy's never coached before.
Yeah.
He has no coaching experience outside of one season with the Pelham Panthers or something. And he is now an NHL assistant coach. That just goes to show who do you know and who are you? Doesn't matter what you know. Who are you?
The boys club in Edmonton keeps rolling.
It really does. And I mean, somehow Kenny Holland is still there, right? He's showing everybody why he got ran out of Detroit, just doing it with Edmonton now instead.
It's
I mean,
okay. I heard Ryan Smith and Alex Hemsky are looking for work, so if that doesn't work, we'll throw them behind the bench.
well, I mean, what was it? Did you hear the other? So you know how I don't think we ever talked about Dorian getting shafted, right? Know who's number one in line right now for Ottawa apparently?
Oh, Shirelli.
Yeah, he has to have dirt on like every owner in the league, man. I'm like, Shirley's been fired how many times? And the guy always finds a job. I don't know how he does it, but I wish I was that guy.
I just love the series of misfortunes in Ottawa. It's
Yeah,
just it's a
yeah,
never-ending circus up there.
you suck. Now your owner's a problem. Never mind, your owner died. The rebuild's over. Never mind. No, we still suck. Maybe it's the coach. No, it's not the coach. Maybe it's the general manager. No, apparently it's not the general manager. Maybe it's the players. Now the players are elite. Okay, well then fine. We'll sell to a new guy. Oh no. Now he's mad because they're getting nailed. Shane Pinto suspended. Evgeny Dadnov, say goodbye to your first round pick in one of the next 3 years. Like, it's an absolute friggin' show in that place.
If I
And
was
never,
Ottawa, I would not give it up this year because it could be a top 10.
yeah, and never forget the year that they once had the opportunity to trade Cody Ceci for Taylor Hall, and Eugene Melnick turned it down. I would hate working in that situation where I'm like, yeah, I got Ceci for Hall. Can we do it? No, we like Cody Ceci, but it's Taylor Hall. I like Cody Ceci. Oh well, jokes on you. We just traded him for Zaitsev.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, no, I'd. I mean, it again. It could be worse. You could be the Oilers right now. You could have the two of the best players in the world and suck with a captain that doesn't want to be there, with a depth that's non-existent, with a decor that doesn't like to play defense, and goaltenders that don't like to stop pucks. It's a problem.
At least the Oilers never traded for Matt Duchene, and then the team proceeded to get worse. And then the team that they traded with almost got the first overall pick.
Oh, I wonder where this has happened before.
Jeez, I wonder.
Another Canadian team, I think. Oh,
Could
what?
be.
Realistically, though, I mean, McDavid's looking for a trade. Where's
Oh
that guy
yeah.
going? Where do you think he goes? Who do you think getting offered? I mean, it's not like there's a lot of teams that are actually able to make an offer for that guy.
There's not a lot of teams that have the cap space for him either.
Yeah, they either don't have cap space or they don't have the assets. There's like one team in the league right now with the assets, and then it's the Ducks. And the Ducks are not moving those assets.
No.
There's no way the Ducks are looking like, yeah, McDavid's great. But we currently have like our future top 10 defenseman in Pavel Minchikov and our future top 10 centerman in Mason McTavish and like one of the better rookies this year in Leo Carlson. Like they're not trading for McDavid, man, especially right now.
No, things in the first time in years are finally shaping up for the Ducks. They're not going to screw that up. At least I hope they wouldn't.
I mean, they're fourth in their division right now, but I mean they've been playing well, and they're only going to click. Trevor Zegras is out on IR, but Pavel Minchikov is winning the Calder this year, so that's fine.
And really confusingly, too, all their success has nothing to do with Zegras. He's only had 2 points this year in the 10
Zegras has
games he's
not
played.
been he's not been that great, and I'm pretty sure Troy Terry's in the same boat where he just has not been him. I don't know what's going on there, but I mean Mason McTavish is taking the league by storm right now, so
Oh, yeah.
like that guy's breaking out.
He showed us glimpses of it at the World Juniors a couple of years ago, and
Elite goaltender.
yeah, maybe one of the biggest saves ever for Canada. And yeah, he's him. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no. I mean, they got a good one. I thought it was a weird pick at first, but no, it's working out for them. And like I said, like Minchukov, like that guy's a stud already.
Oh yeah.
And then you look at their decor, like Luno, he's not bad. Zellweger's not bad. Drysdale, he's injury prone, but I mean he's not awful. Um, like the team is stacked with young prospects and players. They got good goaltending right now. Their coach just goes down swinging for him. You saw him got kicked out the other day, right?
Oh yeah.
That guy's a menace.
Now things are looking up for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, finally. It's been long enough that the Ducks have been gone.
I can't think of their goaltender that's playing backup right now. But I
Dostal,
mean, yeah, if things look up, he could be their future starter for sure.
he's definitely the future starter.
Yeah, you
Like
got
there's
everything
there's
you
no
need right
way.
there.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Like once John Gibson is gone, it will be Dostal.
Yeah.
Or it'll be Dostal and then they move John Gibson.
They'll be a threat in the
Gibson.
West in a couple of years for sure.
Yep, the West is brown, gold, orange. What color is the Duck logo?
It's like a beige.
Beige? It's not beige.
Yeah, it's like a
Like a
beige.
really dark beige. Dude,
Let's
it's
look
like
it
a
up.
gold. It's like gold. Like a beigey gold or something.
Oh, it's more gold. Yeah, there's
Yeah, that's what I told you. It's like gold or brown or
Yeah.
No, it's something.
It's got an orange highlight on the bottom.
The league is going to be orange. That's what I'm getting. Corey Perry's going to go back. He's going to be named captain.
And then they go to the cup final
They
and
beat
lose.
Edmonton in the third round this time instead of the second.
Edmonton's not making there.
No, they'll do it. They'll come back.
Hot take. The
What's the hot
Ducks
take?
are gonna make it in the playoffs this year and the Oilers aren't.
It would actually be really refreshing to see the Ducks back in there. It'd be a nice shakeup from what was last year, right? Because I'm pretty sure the Kings and the Knights are the only two teams that were in the playoffs last year that are currently in a playoff spot
Yeah.
out in the Pacific. Actually, it's actually really interesting this year with what the teams look like in the playoff situation, at least right now, right? So out of okay, I'll do this accounting for the wild card too, okay? So in the Central, it's Dallas and Colorado as expected.
Oh yeah.
Winnipeg is number 3 though, so Winnipeg's back. In the Pacific, Vegas and LA expected to be there, but Vancouver is new. And then the wild card is St. Louis and Anaheim, and Arizona's right there too. So I mean, the West is definitely going to be interesting this year, and that's not even accounting for the East, where you got Boston and Florida who were there last year, and New York and Carolina who were there last year. But then your third place in both division, it's Detroit and Washington,
Yeah.
and then your wild card is Toronto and Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay is tied for points with Montreal. They just have a better goal differential of a -1 instead of a -9. Like we could have a
Jeez.
completely different playoff picture if things continue the way they are right now.
I like it.
Imagine the Capitals are actually good when we all thought they were going to suck, and they're back.
You never know. Weirder
But
things
it's
have
definitely
happened.
refreshing to see the Ducks and the Blues back so fast.
And the Canucks too.
It's very nice to see the Canucks back. It's nice to
Yeah.
see the Jets actually somewhat competitive,
The
and
Canucks
it's
are
nice to
finally the
see
team.
It's nice to see the Arizona Coyotes are actually back in, a little bit back in the race. They're not a great team, but they're above 500 this year.
They have potential too.
I mean, the Coyotes are right there knocking on the doorstep to climb into a wild card spot. They're tied with St. Louis with a better goal differential. The only difference is that the Blues have a game in hand on Coyotes,
Yeah.
and the Coyotes are reportedly in on a top end defenseman. They're after Noah Hannafin apparently.
I heard about that. Yeah.
It's really interesting. Like everybody seems to be all over the Flames right now because Hannafin's being connected to the Coyotes. Tanev's been connected to the Leafs. Zadorov was literally recruited mid-game to the Leafs. Yeah, we could use a guy like you. You're exactly what we need.
Please.
Like what I'm getting from the looks of it is just that everybody's making the offers. They're just waiting for Calgary to actually, say, okay, yeah, we're selling, and then start selling off their defensemen, right? Because they got 3 defensemen that they can move right now, right? In Hanifin, Tanev, and Zadorov, right? Like they're going to start making moves. After that's probably Lindholm, right? It's going to be interesting. But I think Calgary's going to start making moves soon.
Yeah. I mean, you watched Zadorov there in the game against Toronto, and there were definitely implications that he wants to be there.
Oh, totally. I mean, he requested his trade the moment that they lost.
Yeah.
He did not want to get on that plane to Ottawa. He
No.
wanted to stay in Toronto. That dude did not want to leave.
Well, you think our Brad's gonna pick up his guy?
Hey, I mean, I heard growing up, Brad Treliving's favorite player was actually Nikita Zadorov. He was a massive Nikita Zadorov fan as a kid.
Bring him home.
Bring him home. I mean, that would be sending him back to the KHL, so maybe not.
No, we don't want that.
No.
Can we trade John Klingberg for
I'm
Zadorov.
pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Like, if the Leafs legitimately go in on Nikita Zadorov, they're definitely moving John Klingberg because he's the only guy that he's on a 1 year deal, and he's the only guy that's kind of really underperforming for them that doesn't have a no out clause. Um, and they save a lot of money if they move him.
Yeah,
I think it.
I like
I
that
think
move
it
a
makes
lot.
sense. I think it makes sense. You move John Klingberg. I mean, he's not really meshing with them. And once Liljegren comes back, I mean, you're gonna have Riley on the first power play again, and Liljegren on the second.
Yeah.
And I mean, even I would imagine Connor Timmins goes back too, right? As
Oh,
they start
definitely.
purging. But that's fine because William Lagesson has proven that he's definitely a capable bottom pair defenseman right now in the NHL.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's
And
been
Ben
playing
was
well.
looked decent too. Not
He had some
amazing, but he's
looks.
looked all right, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Klingberg goes. They still got a 7D option, and they're bringing back Zadorov, who's probably one of the best bottom pair defensemen you can possibly find.
Yeah. No, it seems like it needs to happen and they need to make it happen. That their defense has been really shaky this year and needs to
I
happen.
mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, I even watched the games, and if you're watching, like the goalies half the time don't even see the puck, right? Because they'll be there, they're trying to watch, they can't see the puck. Oh, well, that's because you got all like 190 pounds of TJ Brody standing right in front of them, right? He can't see around their defensemen. So like they need to start getting guys that are going to clear up and guys that are going to pick up their men because like you watch a game, Morgan Riley goes all the way up to the point, right? And I don't know why he's going to the point, but it's Morgan Riley. He can do what he wants. And you got John Klingberg here, moves over to the slot where there is nobody. You want to guess that there's definitely a guy wide open, back door on the goalie, right? Why do you move?
I can't tell you how many times I've watched the game this year and they just pass back to the way to the blue line and nobody's there. It just
Or even they
slides
rip it
right
back
out.
to the blue line. So everybody starts crowding in front of their goalie. Their goalie can't see it. So then there's a rip from the point, but it's the other defenseman. But the goalie doesn't know the puck's over there because he's still trying to see around his guys at the other point. I've never seen the likes of it. Like the defensive woes of the Toronto Maple Leafs is something else. Except for last game where they looked really, really good once Ryan Reeves came out of the lineup.
So maybe that's the secret this year.
Yeah, don't play Ryan Reeves.
Yeah. Send him to the Marlies.
I mean, there's no way he commits to the Marlies, but I
I'll
mean,
trade him.
from the looks of it, who's taking Ryan Reeves' contract? He's like
Ryan
36
Reeves,
years old.
you are a penguin again.
Yeah, Kyle Dubas ain't going to do that.
Dubas has done worse.
I mean, yeah, that's true. He did sign a. Trying to think of a notoriously bad move by Kyle Dubas. Outside of giving
No.
Tristan Jerry a 5x5.
I know that Carlson contract right now is not looking too good.
What do you mean? Carlson's probably like their best defenseman right now. Like Carlson has been very good for them. The only issue
Really?
is the rest of the team sucks.
I haven't been paying attention to be
No,
honest.
Carlson's actually like really good for them. He's not as good as he was last year offensively. But I mean, he's actually been really good. The rest of the team just is not good. Their defense is non-existent. Their goaltending is meh. Like their depth is brutal
Doesn't
somehow.
help. Their goaltending has been in and out of the IR all year.
Yeah, no, like Pittsburgh is just something else. I don't know what's going on with Pittsburgh. Right? Like all their old veteran stars are still like playing like old veteran stars or better, but they suck. I don't
I
get it.
I think Dubas came in and was just he he was keen on trying to make a first impression by just acquiring a bunch of guys that would help them out, and it just none of it's worked out so far,
But
except for
that's the
maybe
weird thing
Carlson.
because the guys that he got, they all looked like they were going to work. Like Carlson came in, there's a boost offensively. Graves comes in, there's your defensive boost, right? There's your Dumoulin replacement. And defense, I mean, in the depth, they bring in, Nola Chari. That should be a good move. Redim Zorna came back. I mean, it's not like it's a massive move, but you know. And let me go check. They got Delkovic, as their backup.
Yeah,
Maybe there was something that could have happened there. And then their other depth guys. I mean, You get Lars Eller, you get Vinny Hinostroza, Matt Nieto. Riley Smith was a big move, and just nothing is really, performing the way that, it should have. You have John Ludwig come up. And the first thing he does, go out, hit a guy, knock himself out. That was still like that. I mean, hopefully the guy was okay, but I mean, that was absolutely hilarious. He just goes to hit him and boom, knocks himself out instead. But like, I've never seen the likes of, Pittsburgh being a team where everybody was expecting to be amazing and to bounce back, and they're just absolutely atrocious. And actually, what's their point totals look like this year? Uh-oh. You're never going to believe this. Oh, never mind. Sidney Crosby has point per game. It's fine. He's safe. Hopefully, the Sweet Prince actually plays hockey when we go. If he gets injured the game before, I might cry.
That's
If
when
I go
their
to Pittsburgh to
acquisitions start playing.
and then he doesn't play, I will cry.
Yeah, I agree.
It'd be the same as when I go to my Coyotes game. I go down there and like I find out Clayton Keller's not playing. I might cry.
Cooley hits the IR.
No.
I'm just
Like
jealous. I want to go see Mullet Arena.
Mullet Arena is going to be such a good time, man.
I want to go when Toronto's playing.
Oh, God, the whole
Should,
barn would be blue, man.
I know that's why I want to go.
You wouldn't be able to afford it.
Seeing a game in an NHL game in an arena smaller than we have here for OHL would be amazing.
I mean, you could probably move the Leafs into that arena at this point, based on the way the Ice Dogs have been working out this season. Rest in peace, another coach. That's what, their fourth coach in the last year to be fired? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
They fire a lot of coaches.
Yeah, but they don't
Surprisingly, the
fire.
longest tenured coach they've had in like the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Rest in peace. Rest in pieces, Ryan.
it's okay. On to bigger and better things.
Bigger, better things. Where? Junior
I
A?
don't know. I don't know.
Junior A?
Go somewhere you can actually win.
Case anywhere that's not Niagara, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Sell the team. Let Gretzky coach. Let Wayne come back and coach it.
I miss when we used to win, man.
I mean, that was probably about 30 years ago now? You probably would have been a toddler?
Dude, they came to the team. They came here only like not even 20 years ago.
I don't know. It was just a guess.
Nah, man.
Feels like forever.
Yeah, 2019 was the last year we actually had a winning record.
Well,
That team was
shame on
stacked
your
too.
team. What they should do is name you the next general manager of the team.
I'd restore
You,
us back
you
to the
know how to
glory
make it
days.
work. Yeah, you'll restore it. Bring it back. Bring in all your friends from work.
Oh yeah.
We'll go through. We'll find our favorite people. Bring them with us.
The last time they made the playoffs, their lead scorer was Jason Robertson.
God, that was forever ago. Jason
2019.
Robertson's been in the NHL for a while now.
As 2019 was the last time.
It's a long time ago when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, 2 actual seasons because there's no playoffs in 2020 or 2021. So they've only missed two
That's
playoffs.
true.
Yeah.
I guess that's a bonus. You've only been the worst team in the league 2 years in a row. It's good about to be three, but
Yeah.
it
The
is
worst
what it
team in the league
is.
last year didn't even get the first overall pick.
I mean, that's what happened the year before too.
Yeah.
Who even went that year? First overall. Oh, Misa.
Oh yeah, that was the Misa year.
Oh, don't worry. It'll be the same thing this year. You think they're getting Brady Waslin? Not happening.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's over. It's over for Niagara.
It's so Jover.
It's Jover. I could make a really good Joe Biden joke right now, but I won't. I'll save that for afterwards, behind the scenes.
Yeah, we don't get political here on this
Yeah, we're
podcast.
not gonna get political here. We don't know who might be who and whose affiliations lie where. So I'm gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna make that joke today.
Good man.
No. No, actually we're gonna go back. Merton, tell me, you're the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid is requested to trade. Where's he going and what do you want? Realistically, you got to be realistic. Based
I
on like what team can you see him on? What are they getting?
oh no, I don't like the team I was about to send him on.
Why? Where are you going to send him to?
I was gonna say I was gonna fill the need that they need the most. Okay, hear me out. I don't like where they're going, but I was gonna send them to Tampa Bay for Andre Vasilevsky. The spot that Steven Stamkos would be leaving next year would leave that spot right open for him. The only
But he's
problem is
trading
cap.
Vasilevsky.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Just Vasilevsky?
yeah. He's going to
Holy
the
crap.
Oilers.
See, I went down a different path. I think he goes to the East one way or another, but I made a joke of it being Ottawa.
No, no.
And if you're Ottawa, you're like looking at him, you're like, oh, you know what? You take Josh Norris, right? So you can Timmy the Stew, right? And then you give him one of your defensemen, right? One of Chikrin, Shabbat, or Sanderson. Now it's not going to be Shabbat because they already have Nurse and Bouchard. So I would imagine like, Chikrin goes. Right? Some like Chikrin and Norris and, like a bunch of prospects and picks. That frees up the space for Connor McDavid right there.
Send them
Maybe you
Vladdy
include a couple
Tarasenko.
depth guys. No, you include a couple depth guys like, Shane Pinto, right? Imagine you got a top six, right? You got Brady Tkachuk, Connor McDavid, Timmy Stutzel, Claude Giroux, Vladimir Tarasenko, Drake Batherson. That's
They'd
gross.
still do nothing.
They'd still find a way to do nothing with Connor McDavid there, but it would reignite the Battle of Alberta or of Ontario like fully.
Oh, definitely.
The only other team I could really see him being a fit, like I'm trying to look at him, like try to see what jerseys he look right, and he doesn't look right in any jersey. It's
Yeah.
not an Oilers jersey, except for a Leafs jersey, right? Like he does not look good in any jersey.
I think it would be hilarious if he went to the Flames.
Would never happen. The
Oh,
Oilers
it
would
never
never do
happened,
that.
but it would be hilarious.
I don't even know what team. Well, okay, let's be real. Somehow the Vegas Golden Knights would be in on him.
I was thinking them when you ask.
Vegas would be in on him. I read one today. Someone wrote about Carolina and like Tara Vine and Nietzsche and Pesci. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could kind of see Florida,
He doesn't fit the
but he
Carolina
doesn't
mold,
really.
though.
Yeah, and he doesn't really fit Florida either because you got Barkov and Gachuk. But I mean, would they maybe make Ekblad available?
Florida is a very gritty team, and he doesn't fit that either.
I also figured, if Dallas was willing to, move like Rupee Hintz, which I mean, if you're offering Connor McDavid, you'll move Hintz.
Yeah.
Imagine Connor McDavid on the Stars. They're already a good team.
I mean, there's so many. Dallas is a fast team, and you could see him up the with the likes of Jason Robertson
McDavid and
or
Robertson
Wyatt
would be a cheat
Johnson.
code.
Just any guys on that roster would
Well,
be nasty.
let's be real. If they're moving Connor McDavid, Draisaitl's just going to go wherever he goes.
Oh yeah,
We're never going to see the two of them split up, which now I say that, and the two of them are going to be on separate teams within the next year.
that's gonna be insanely weird to see.
Boston. Connor McDavid goes to Boston.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah. Actually, I saw a mock trade the other day. It was Draisaitl to Boston, okay? For, I think it was Jake DeBrusk, Fabian Liesel, Matthew Poitras, and like two firsts.
Yeah, no,
I'm like looking at it now. Oh, and in Linus Allmark. And I'm looking at it and
no.
I'm like, yeah, I don't really like that for the Oilers. Do they get deeper? Yeah. But they don't really get any like superstar like assets back. They just give away Connor McDavid for, some really young players and a goaltender.
Other than
If you're
Allmark,
moving
that doesn't
McDavid, you're
suit
gonna
their
want like
needs.
a hockey trade. If you're moving Allmark, I mean you're moving McDavid, you want to make it a hockey trade, right? Well, I'm talking if he goes to Toronto, Marner or Nylander has to go back the other way, right? Or Matthews, but it won't be Matthews, right?
Definitely
If
not.
if you're moving him to the Kings, something good has to go back the other way. Well, it's definitely not going to be Columbus. The only issue is it really, depending on where he goes, is a big problem because say he goes somewhere like Columbus, right? Or he goes to Minnesota. Well, he's not getting marketed anymore, right? The NHL is just going to forget that he's there.
I can see him on the Avs.
Yeah, right. They don't have the money,
No,
right? But like it's weird because it really you need him to go to a big market, which is sad because he could make a small market like really really popular, but he would need to go to a big market to actually be market because they aren't going to market the small market teams if he moves. So
that's true.
send him to the Sharks. Logan Couture goes the other way.
Which is funny because the Florida Panthers aren't necessarily a big market, but they have a lot of star power down there.
No, they have like yeah, and how much of it do they actually like market?
Other than Chuck, not a whole lot.
They don't even the league barely markets Kachuk half the time.
He's get a fair amount. I've seen him.
Send McDavid to the Capitals
Oh yeah, yeah. They
or the
need the
Penguins.
help.
Put him on the Penguins.
Oh
Trade him for Jeff Carter.
yeah, him and Tristan Jari.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going to happen to McDavid, but I mean, I could assume that if they don't get, if they can't make the playoffs or, go anywhere in the playoffs this year, he's going to be asking for a trade.
Speaking
And
of
unfortunately, as the Oilers, you have to accept that request.
speaking of Tristan, my shout out of the day goes to our boy Tristan. It was his last day at Starbucks today.
No,
Yep.
why didn't you tell me? I would have gone and got some.
No, I was sad too when he told me.
Well, I'm never going to that Starbucks again.
No, boycott.
Boycott, get him kicked out, move him, throw him out.
We're gonna send him to the Wolves.
Yeah, so sad. Sad day. Not a good day to be named Tristan, apparently.
Jari's going to Edmonton and Tristan's going to another job.
Sad day indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed. Alrighty. Well, we've been going a little while. It's time to kind of wrap it up, go to sleep, do some schoolwork. I gotta finish The Walking Dead tonight. I'm watching episode 4 of season 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm only 10 years too late.
I got a new King Gizzard album in the mail today that I would like to spin on my record player.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
You got it.
Yeah.
The best.
Yes. All right, Bird, will you take us in?
Alrighty. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. For my co-host, Drake White, I'm Martin Irving saying thank you for riding out on Riding the Vine.